Okay. So, I don't really know how to start this. I guess I just got to begin. Okay, so welcome to the Normal Podcast. My name is Tim Schulten, uh, or Terrence Schulte. Terrence Schulte sounds way better. F- Fuck the English version of my name. Fuck it. It sounds so cringy. I once heard I don't even, I'm just going to say this right now. I heard my sister once call me or say my name in English, and it is so cringy. Oh my God. Okay, well, now that you know who I am, I'm going to introduce what this podcast is about. As I said before, it's called Normal. This podcast basically is me just ranting about a bunch of bullshit that I'm thinking about that no one else gives a fuck about, while also inviting other people to talk about their bullshit that no one else gives a fuck about. And for those Europeans out there, basically I'm saying I'm going to interview people and invite them on and talk to them. I'll get into that later. It's so funny. Okay. Yeah. By the way, I'm just pretty much doing what Bill Burr does. Just wrote a couple things down, and I'm just gonna talk about them and see where it leads to. Because, well, this is the first one. Most of these are gonna suck. I guarantee you, the first 100 of these are gonna completely suck asshole. Mainly because I'm gonna be talking out of my ass, but I don't think it matters. Also, if you continuously hear the noise changing, it's because the microphone I'm using, because I have two microphones, this is the better one. I have to hold it, even though it's better. There should be a stand, in my opinion. Well, yeah, I have to hold it. I mean, not really, but I have to hold it. So I'm gonna be using this. So if it's continuously changing, it's because I'm moving around. I'm sitting in a very comfortable chair right now, so I don't really care. So, um, I mean, most of you probably won't care, but I moved to the Netherlands for, as they call it here, hogeschool or college. Um, I'm studying international business, and I think most people would agree that the study isn't terrible, but it could be a lot better. Like organization wise, just doing whatever the fuck, just in general, it could be better. Like I mean, obviously because it's the first year that the study exists, but I still think it could be better. Speaking of moving to the Netherlands and Europe in general, and because I grew up in America, the the differences, like it's funny because when I was in America, people would always be like, "You're like you're like Danish or something, right? Or you're Swedish, bro. You're Swedish. You're definitely Swedish." It's like, yes, I'm of the European descent. Thank you. But like when I was in America, I was always growing up thinking like, damn, I'm totally from the Netherlands. Like people in America, they don't understand what the fuck what my mannerisms are. But then I come to America, or not come to America, I come to the Netherlands. Jesus fucking Christ! I come to the Netherlands, and I'm a fucking American. Yo, how funny! It's like uh, for those people in the states. I'll put in this example. Let's say you're from Nebraska, and yes, I'm using Nebraska there's a reason I'm using Nebraska, but only for those people who listen will understand. Let's say you're from Nebraska, then you were like young, and you moved to, I don't know, Louisiana. Every motherfucker in Louisiana is gonna think that motherfucker's Nebraskan, right? But let's say you grow up in Louisiana for a decent amount of time. Next thing you know, you you move back to Nebraska, right? Now, you're thinking to yourself, damn, I was born and I grew up in Nebraska for a little bit. I'm Nebraskan. Then you go back to Nebraska, and every motherfucker there goes, damn, you are Louisiana. You're from fucking Louisiana, aren't you? The way you speak and shit. It's like, bro, I thought I was Nebraskan. What the fuck? What the fuck happened here? This is some utter bullshit. No, but there's also a lot of differences. Like I've said this a couple of times, where in America, it's funny because everyone in America, like, there's like high depression rates and shit like that. But in America, bro, there's a lot of pressure on you. Like everyone puts a lot of pressure on each other for no reason. And I noticed that when I came to the Netherlands, it's like everyone's kind of chill. Like they, if you want to go get shit faced 7 days a week, go right fucking ahead. But in America, it's a bit different. It's like you're. I mean, you can go. Obviously, you can go get shit faced 7 days of the week, but literally everyone will have a shitty opinion of you. Everybody, and it's funny because it's like I don't know. I think that could help America a little. They just need to pull back slightly. And in Europe, well, mainly because this is the American in me. I feel like they could ramp things up just a notch, like just like a knob. Like if there was a knob, you just turn it like a millimeter, just eh, just a little bit, not too much. But yeah, um, the differences are crazy. Oh, and I want to tell you a funny ass story. Well, yeah, there's another thing, but we'll stick to this thing now. So my German friend, yeah, you're listening to this, you know exactly who the fuck you are. He goes to me, he's like, bro, you speak of America as it's like such a hype, like it's the best country in the world. It's like first, if you grew up in America, you're literally psychologically forced to think that way. Like there's no way getting around it. Second off, Americans don't think their country. I mean, they think their country is the greatest, but they will be the first cunts to criticize the shit out of it. Like we, because in the Netherlands you got like a lot of farms and shit, so there were like sometimes, and because it's also really windy, sometimes like the wind blows and you smell the shit. Like the shit's just in the air. Like you can't get away from the smell unless if you go inside. But if you're outside, that's pretty much all you're going to smell. And he goes, yeah, in Germany, or no, he goes, man, this shit smells like shit. In Germany, our shit smells better. And this is after he told me that I'd speak highly of America. And I started thinking, like, bro, that's exactly. And then I go, nah, bro, in America, the shit's even worse. Like, right there, that lays out America versus Europe. Europe's like, yeah, we're better. We're better, but like in a classy way. America's just like we're better. No, we don't give a fuck about how we're better. We just want to be better. Like no, whatever the competition is, we just want to be better. Right? That's like the difference between Europe and America. Europe's like we're gonna do things, but we're gonna do it the right classy way. America's just like fuck this. We're going full throttle. No one gives a fuck. We're drunk while we're doing the shit. We're gonna crash into the side of the fucking highway. We're gonna take out 5 people with us while we're doing it, but we don't give a fuck. And in Europe, everyone's just like you'll be in the car and you'll be driving like bro, even the speed limit literally in the Netherlands, if you go like a little bit over the speed limit, you have a ticket. Because they literally fly planes over and they just scan the shit out of you. They literally track the average rate at which you. I don't even know how they do that. I think it's by plane. They literally track the how your average speed for when you're driving with a fucking plane. Why? That's so weird. Like in America, we got in California we got five fucking things in a highway, but everyone's still just it's like the autobahn, but like we're not on a ridiculous amount of cocaine. Germany's just like we have the autobahn, and we're just gonna be on cocaine the whole fucking time. We don't give a fuck. And this is the original thing I wanted to get to. So you know, like, so in America, you got jewels, right? And I'll explain for all them Europeans that are listening. Jewels are basically this e-cigarette that like a company basically they took big ass one of those big ass vape things and just made them really small. And everyone in America, like all the kids and shit, were like, "Damn, this is cool," because like it's basically you're getting nicotine without like all the cancerous chemicals. So we were just like, "Yeah, let's just do this." And then because I moved to the Netherlands, right? I I was still like fiending for the nicotine, but there was no way I could do it through an e-cigarette. And then so I'm like, fuck, how am I gonna get my nicotine? How am I gonna feed the beast? So I was like, fuck it, I'll buy a pack of cigarettes because I'd been to those before. My cousins they had, or my cousin he had given me a cigarette. And I was like, it's not that bad, honestly. Now I'm just a fucking addicted, like just addicted. I just, I mean, it's actually funny. I brought a jewel with me from America, and honestly, I should use that more. But bro, if I were to buy, like, you can buy pods here in the Netherlands, but it is €20 for a pack. That's like $23, $24 for a pack, and Americans know like that's fucking ridiculous. Like in America, I can get them for 15 or 20 for a pack, and here it's like, oh, you gotta pay like pretty much double that. It's like, no, I'm an American, or I'm a Dutch and American when it comes to that. Fuck that. We're not Dutch people don't pay for unnecessarily expensive shit. America doesn't like when companies make shit more expensive. So right then and there, fuck that. I'm not. I'd rather waste my money on cigarettes than fucking buy jewel pods for a ridiculous ass amount like price. Fuck that shit. Also, another thing is like because I'm like Dutch and because I'm also kind of American. I'm a judgy ass person. Like Dutch people, we're very opinionated and we're also very direct. So like if you're like if you're fat, which I am, it's like they'll just tell you like, hey, you need to lose some weight. But in America, no motherfucker would ever say that. No, I mean maybe some people would, but if they did it, like you would consider that fucking rude. Like you wouldn't do that. But in the Netherlands, it's just like, mate, you just gotta lose some weight. And then you're like, yeah, fuck, I do. I do need to lose some weight. It's so funny. It's just the way they approach it is it's just so funny. Yeah, but I'm a judgy ass person, and when you're a judgy ass person, like everyone's a judgy person, right? Everyone has their opinions about other people, and if you say that you don't, then you're fucking lying. Fucking lying if you don't have an opinion about other people, because if you don't have an opinion about other people, you're not yourself. Also, you don't know your surroundings. If you don't know your surroundings, then you're basically just a fucking sheep. So, and I'm not saying that you need to do anything with these judgments, but you need to learn how to use them. But because I'm so judgy, I have so many opinions about people that sometimes I forget to know hold back a little bit, just a little. Well, some people would say a lot, but I need to hold back just a little bit, just a tad bit. But I don't know. I want to explain. like judging people is bad. Like if you form an opinion about somebody, right? Like you're judging, like you're forming an opinion about them. Now, if you like, let's say you see a motherfucker walking down the street, and he's just one of the ugliest motherfuckers you've seen in your life. Like, and it's not like he's deformed he's just ugly. Like you look at him and you want to look away. You just want to look away. It's like that's your opinion. But now let's say you walk over to him, right? And you start talking to him. Just talk to him. Just have a normal conversation. But the moment you just walk up to him and go, "Bro, you're ugly. I don't want to talk to you." That's judging. That's judging somebody. But having an opinion on people is not, it's not judging. It's just you're understanding your surroundings. That's just how it works. I, people people tell me I judge too much. Yeah, okay, so the opinions I form about people, I use them a little too much. I'll give you that. But to have the audacity and say that I judge people, and then people tell me I don't judge people. It's like, okay, I do judge people more than you, but you also judge people. So don't fucking tell me the shit that you're not judgy. Like that's fucking bullshit. Go fuck yourself. If you say you don't judge people, literally you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to the people that you're talking to. Okay, that rant's over. Now I want to talk about the weather. Yeah, real Dutch of me. I know. So, oh, this is also no difference, bro. In America, I would always try to talk about the weather because that's just like that's what Europeans do. They just talk about the weather. It's like, man, the weather is it's fucking cold today. But America, it's like, yeah, man, the weather's cold today. Shut the fuck up, you little bitch. In Europe, it's like, yeah, man, the weather's cold today. Yeah, man, it's fucking freezing. It's ridiculous. Like they make the connection off of complaining, and then America's just like, don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy at all. Stop being a pussy. And the other person who's saying that is like, it's fucking cold, but he's just like, we all know it's cold. Shut the fuck up. Stop being a pussy. Oh, I can remember so clearly in my fucking English class, 12th grade, fucking this kid sitting next to me. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're listening, but if you are, you know who the fuck you are. It's toward the end of the second semester. You know who you are. Every single day, Colin's class. Yeah, he was a beast. He was an absolute beast. But he used to be a football coach. He still is a football coach. But yeah, I remember I was trying to it was really hot because San Diego is always fucking hot. And I'm like, damn, dude, it's fucking hot. And he goes like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't wear some fucking long pants. Fucking idiot. And I'm like, what? Bro, it's hot. But in that moment, I just realized I can't say anything more. Like, there's no point. Because if I do, then I just look like a bitch. But the funny thing is, bro, he had sweat on his lip. Like, he knew it was hot. He knew it was fucking hot, but he just wouldn't accept the fact that it was hot. Oh, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in there. I don't even give a fuck. Okay, and then yeah. But okay, I want to talk about weather. The original point. So in the Netherlands, right? It's supposed to be cold as fuck, especially where I live. Like I live northern part, not fucking Amsterdam, in the northern part. There's other places in the Netherlands than fucking Amsterdam. All right. I live in the northern part. I'm not even gonna say it because, but I'll say it just for the Europeans. Leeuwarden. Yeah. Shout out to Leeuwarden. But for the rest of you Americans, you guys are gonna have to Google that shit. So don't even worry about it. But yeah, so here it's supposed to be really, really fucking like cold, but it is like, man, I don't know the degree. Like I'm not I've switched from Fahrenheit to Celsius now, and I'm just gonna stick with it. Like I still understand Fahrenheit, but I don't know the fucking ratios. I don't know how to change that shit, so I'm just gonna leave it. Like I could think about it, I could make an educated guess, but I'm not gonna do that. Whatever. But it's just it should be like it should be cold as fuck right now, but it's not. And in San Diego, bro, there's areas in San Diego where it snows. It doesn't snow in San Diego. That doesn't exist. The last time it happened, that was almost no, it was like what, half a century ago? Century ago? It was like a retardedly long time ago. But global warming, motherfuckers. No, but see, how could it be global warming when in San Diego, where it's supposed to be hot as fuck right now, it's cold as shit. And then here, because it's supposed to be cold as shit, it's now just hot. I don't get that. Well, maybe that is just what global warming is, just some reverse psychology shit. Like, next thing you know, the North and South Pole are just gonna be, it's gonna be the next fucking Ibiza. It's gonna be the next beaches, and then Spain, fucking Ecuador, fucking Mexico, they're just gonna be covered in glaciers and shit like that. Like they're just gonna be freezing for no reason. I mean, it's not gonna happen because the sun and shit, but I don't know. That shit's retarded as fuck. And also, speaking of complete and utter retardedness, so in uh in Leeuwarden, they have a local football club. Just for your those Americans out there, soccer, soccer. I'm gonna say football because fucking football, it's football, right? I bought a season ticket for the local club, right? And they're normally supposed to be pretty fucking good. Like out of like 20 teams in the league, they're normally supposed to be like top 5 or 6. Like normally, that's where they kind of hang around for most of the time, and that's fine. And I've season tickets, so I went for the first like 6 home games, and it was great and all. Like they kind of played shit, like they could have played better, but they were still holding their position. But then like recently, and I started going again, but or I stopped for a little bit, and they played like complete and utter shit, like just complete and utter shit. And so the last 2 home games I went to, the first one, it was cold as fuck, it was raining, it was windy as hell, and they should have won the game, but they fucking tied it 1-1. All right, I was with a German buddy of mine and a good old Brit, but he's also Dutch. Complicated story, but and these two are just sitting there, just like what, like because I took them. Well, I didn't take them to the game, but we all decided to go together, and they'd never seen what the game like the team play before, so they're just sitting there like, what the fuck is this bullshit? And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Because it was so bad and the weather was so fucking shit. Like, we just left, and it was a terrible result. But anyways, I go to the game last night. There's another home game. This is the most recent one, and I go watch it, and honestly, they're not playing terribly. Like they're doing pretty good. First half, they're up 1-0. But if you know anything about this team just goes full complete wheelchair retard mode. Like just starts having epilepsy on the fucking field and doesn't know what to do. They go down 1 or they get scored against. It's 1-1 off of the most retarded goal you could possibly imagine. And I guess an American football equivalent, imagine like not the Patriots, who's like a decent team. No, I think the Saints. Yeah, imagine the Saints. Like they normally do okay. Imagine them just playing like utter shit and then losing to the fucking Browns. The Browns and the Raiders. Imagine that. Like at least when the Raiders are complete and utter shit. Like that's what this team basically is. They just play like fucking dog shit. And then this story is so funny, but so it's like 5 minutes left and everyone in the stadium's like, yo, this game is utter bullshit. We should be winning. Next thing you know, the other team gets a penalty. And now everyone in the stadium is completely off. Like, they are so pissed. It's like, first they're pissed at the team. They're pissed at the club. They're pissed at the coach. They're pissed at the referee because he's playing like an absolute fucking hyena. I didn't say that right, but who fucking cares? He's fucking retarded. The other team is dog shit. Like they're literally almost in last place. Like we should be literally balls deep in them, and we're not. We're literally balls out. Like we can't fucking score. So they get a penalty, and then everyone in the stadium's upset. So these two idiots decide to throw. Well, then, to be fair, I would have done the same shit. They decide to throw their beer onto the field. First off, I don't get that. Why would you waste your beer? I get you're upset and shit, but drink your beer and you become less upset. Just why would you do that? But anyways, so they throw the beer on the fucking field. And which is like it's normal in soccer. I was with a Colombian friend of mine he was watching the game with me and like two other people that another buddy of mine and his cousin. Colombian guys goes like, yeah, dude, like that happens all like they throw machetes and shit. Not sure if that's true, but like that sounds like it could happen. Like it could happen in Colombia. Like let's be honest, that shit totally could happen. I've never been to Colombia. I've never watched a football game there, but I know for a fact that is something that could totally happen in Colombia. And the referee, after these two idiots decide to throw their beers on the field, like while there's a penalty, like we still haven't taken the penalty, right? Everyone's upset because of the penalty. People throw beer onto the field, and the referee decides to be like a complete fucking idiot and just like, all right, guys, we're going inside. Which is the most retarded thing you could do as a referee in that situation. Because it's like, now you give everyone time to walk closer to the field, like in the stadium, walk closer, go buy more shit so they can throw that on the field. So he waits like 3 minutes, walks back out. All right, everyone's set up again. Two people throw like fucking fries on the field. And he calls it again, and everyone goes back. All the players, all the staff, they go back inside. And at this point, the penalty still hasn't been taken. So like half the stadium's like, fuck this game. What is this bullshit? Our team sucks. Our club sucks. This referee is fucking a dumbass. Our fans are completely pissed. I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. But of course we stay. So then we wait. It's like, no, 5 or 10 minutes. We wait. They're like, yeah, the game will restart in 2 minutes. So all the people are like, all right. Like all the people who like they still kind of respect the club, like they still have that unnecessary hope left in their hearts, are like staying there. So they're all like, yeah, come on, let's go, let's just get this shit over with. And then yeah, so we oh fuck, I'm a retard. Zoned out for a sec there. So everyone comes back onto the pitch. The guy scores the penalty. Everyone's like, oh, fuck this. and there's still like I don't know, like 5 or 6 minutes, 7 minutes left in the game, and everyone's like, "Oh, we can get a draw out of this because we're going all out. We're putting everyone forward, trying to our best to win." And then the other team just scores another goal to make it 3-1. And literally everyone who still had hope just you could see everyone's expressions go from like semi pissed to I'm not even surprised anymore. Like literally as soon as the ball hits the back of the net, the whole stadium stands up and just fucking walks out. It was so bad. It was one of the funniest things I've seen in my life. Just like how many people were pissed and how many unnecessary things happened for no reason other than the fact they were pissed. People just they need to get control of themselves. Nah, but to be fair, like if I was behind there, like I would have fuck that team, fuck the ref, fuck the other team. I would have fucked if I had beer in my hand. I would throw that shit too. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. Okay, wait. Let's see, how long have we been going now? Oh wow, we've been going for 30 minutes. Okay, so I think I'll end the podcast here mainly because I don't have any more shit to talk about, but also because I don't want to make this too long because I don't want people to get ridiculously bored. So I'm gonna upload this on. I created a YouTube channel as well as a SoundCloud. I'm gonna upload it there. I'm probably gonna post it on my Snapchat as well as my Instagram. So if you guys, that's where I'll be posting most of that shit. I'll also probably try to find a schedule for which I could what was my brain? Okay, probably make a schedule so I can upload more consistently. um, don't smoke cigarettes, kids. Uh, yeah, so I'll find a schedule. Um, follow my social medias, even though I really don't care if you do, because you can go fuck yourself. That was unnecessarily aggressive, but again, you can go fuck yourself. Anyways, this was normal. This was Toon Schulten. Thank you for listening for the first time. I know that this is truly boring as fuck, and I completely understand if you don't want to listen to this shit again. Because honestly, I don't either. But, anyways, until next time, see ya.